Gonna make it. Oh. Wow. Oh. Self-tappers. Oh, okay. Oh. Huge difference.
Angle your bolts.
Don't eat the hair.
Terrible.
Look crusty, don't it?
Oh, what just fell? Scary, right?
This seems sketchy.
But wait, there's more. No spring. Full race only. No spring. No, this. Leave room for Jesus.
Oh. It's so...
Uncle Si here.
Hi, poopies.
Right in the face.
Oh, Lord.
Shop chicken. No, says I. Wow. We built the transmission. Massive difference. We gotta run for it.
Cobbled up.
Worst walls I've ever seen.
Just hope for the best. Massive radiator.
That's cool. Good helper.
That stinks. What in the world?
Go, bum.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord. I'm just a baby.
Out of sight, out of mind. Adjustable. Hideous in every way.
Some of your best work. That's scary. Lost the crock.
Get it.
I'm ready to go.
Butter, huh?
Where'd he go? Popo on the way.
Sounds awful. No, that wasn't me.
Oh no.
The sweetest one? Gotta hydrate. We represent. Guys, welcome back to Sleeper Dude YouTube channel. It's been almost 2 years since you've seen this car. Last time you saw it, we took it drag racing, and it didn't go so well. We knew the transmission was weak. We gave her the nitrous, and it made it all the way to second gear, and then it decided it didn't want to shift anymore. The transmission just free revved and slipped, and we just pretty much rolled through the end of the track. It's been waiting on us to do a transmission rebuild on it. Way back then, I bought a C4 transmission rebuild kit. It's finally time to fix this dollar Gentral car. If you didn't know, this is a 72 Ford Pinto that we bought at a yard sale, if you can believe it. It's got a 302 Hog Lake V8 here. Somebody had already put a cam and valve springs in it. It's got an aftermarket intake. Headers we put on it now. The engine's almost externally mounted on this car. It looks like it's swapped out of a Fox Body Mustang into here. They left the front sump oil pan and just put the motor wherever that ended up. I've always hated the radiator setup here, so I've got a bigger radiator for it that we're gonna try to mount, level. We're gonna try to also put a fan on the inside instead of the outside because that'll work better. It's got a nitrous kit on it. So like last week, I'm looking at this thing trying to make sure I have all the parts here to work on it. And I realized that this thing doesn't even have a C4 transmission. So let me lift it up and I'll show you what we got. So I was looking at the pan, I'm like, I don't think that's a C4 pan. I looked up pictures of different Ford transmission pans. Figure out this has an AOD overdrive in it. So that makes more sense with it being a Fox Body swapped setup. That was probably a stock Mustang AOD like what the Lincoln Mark 7 has. So we're gonna be swapping to C4 because this car has absolutely no reason to have overdrive. The shifter that's in it, which is like the factory shifter for probably the C3 transmission that was in it from the factory, doesn't even allow us to use all the gears. So we're pretty sure that when we went drag racing and doing burnouts that we never were able to get in first gear because I was pulling it all the way back, but if you count the clicks, that means I'm only in second gear in this transmission. So yeah, we're finding out new things about this car. So we're gonna pull this out, swap a C4 in. I don't know what's gonna be involved with the transmission mount and drive shaft stuff, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to put a longer drive shaft in it. The eventual goal is to remount this stuff and move it on back with different oil pan and mounts. But we don't have time for that right now because Ford Fest is upon us. It's actually going on today, right now. We're at Ford Fest, Bowling Green, Kentucky. We've got to get this thing ready because we want to do the burnout competition again. So we're going to swap the rear end gear from a 300 gear to a 411 gear. It's already got a locked up rear end, so it spins both. It's a Ford 8-inch rear end, which they put those in these cars with the V6 engines. Really strong rear end. And by switching to this C4 instead of using this AOD that's in it, basically all the parts to do the transmission are half price if you go C4. So the shift kit's half price, the stall converter which we bought is half price, and the rebuild kit's half price. So we're gonna get a C4 out of the pole barn out here that we pulled out of some car. Rebuild it is the plan. We're gonna try to pick the best one we have. We got a lot of work to do. We better get started. Thanks for coming back. Guys, big news. We now have our military shirt in desert sand. So you guys love the green military shirt so much. I thought you'd love this. And it's also a soft style shirt. Some of you guys that have been asking for a softer material, now you've got it. The only ones that aren't the soft style is, I believe, the T sizes and maybe 4 and 5X. You can't get those in that. Absolutely love how this turned out. They're live right now on the website. Go check it out. We also restocked our original OG Sleeper Dude wagon shirts that you guys love. We also have lots of other designs in stock. They're right here at the house in stock, ready to ship. Marge will ship them right to your door. We try to give you the best price we can and not beat you up on shipping. We got stickers, hats, hoodies, posters, artwork from the kids, a little bit of everything. But check those out. Only available at thesleeperdude.com. We appreciate your support. Now let's get back to the video.
I'm gonna take his drive shaft out.
This thing was the champ 2 years ago.
That's right.
We gotta go back and at least try to win it again. It did a great burnout when we went there before. I think my entry on that burnout was the best one I've ever done. I don't know why they don't put drain plugs in transmission pans. You always make a mess. You kind of gotta like leave a bolt at each corner and take all the rest of them out and just try to tip it a little bit. I just want to see what's in here because this thing is super slow to go into gear. You'll put it in drive and then it takes it a few seconds to engage. It's just never been right the whole time we've owned it. But we can use this thing for something else, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have an AOD in something that you're gonna, highway drive a lot and stuff. A lot of times you'll smell it if it's been burned up or there'll be a bunch of chunks in the pan. That looks pretty red from here though. A lot of times it'll be really dark when it burns them up. Now hold on before you pull it out of the transmission. We need to have a drain pan there.
Oh, tight as can be. Oh gosh. What's on
Is
that?
it bottomed out? Look how off-center the transmission is.
Oh,
it's off the passenger side. That's hitting the floor already and it won't come out because of the way they built it. It's so off-center. You see that? It's probably 2 inches off-center. That is really just slamming right into that floor. We may have to unbolt the transmission so it can relax. See all that? They've cut all that notch and stuff. I scooted over a little bit, didn't it, Wall?
Yeah.
Still not wanting to come out. Oh, it's hitting the lip here. It needs to be bent in. I don't want to hurt the transmission though. All right, we're gonna go with a double pry bar here. Maybe I can pry back with one and over with the other. Why did they mount it so crooked? It's like they put the drive shaft in and then mount the transmission or something. Here it goes. Zero fluids. What's that say?
Mammy's? Mathis?
Mathis. That's probably whoever his last name built this thing, maybe. Here goes nothing. Woohoo! Oh, hey. Oh. Okay, get this half here. Just like we thought we were prepared. We really did. Didn't smell too bad. We had trouble with burnouts. On a gear change, it would just like completely slip, like it was going to neutral and coming back into gear. It just never shifted right. Which I know that it has the wrong shifter, but that shifter only stopped it from going into first. It felt correct when you were like fourth, third, second, you know? We already needed a stall converter. It only made sense to switch to C4, even though you could use this transmission. Oh my gosh, it looks awful. I always like pulling the pan because you never know what you're gonna find in there, you know?
Yeah. Surprises.
Oh, Ralphie's got his braces off today.
Yep.
Look at that. What's it been, 2 years?
Yeah.
What's in here? What's stopping? Is there another bolt? Something's stopping me from coming down.
It's just the cross member.
splashing. Oh man, this is a mess. There you go. Well, it's pretty normal to have some metallic looking stuff or some paste, but when it's excessive, that's when you got an issue. And see, some of this is like clutch material. Is it metallic? It's picking up on the...
Yeah, look, okay. See stuff moving towards it?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I do feel chunks, but I don't feel big chunks, you know?
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some right here, too.
Yeah, I don't know what those chunks are, but yeah, it definitely looks like it needs a rebuild. That's a lot of metallic stuff. You can see how much glitter it has to it. Yeah, she wasn't in good health anymore.
Oh, look.
Oh, it's coming to it, isn't it? Wow. That's cool. It don't look like the filter stopped up or anything. I'm gonna throw the pan right back on it with a couple bolts. That way we can lower it down with something without messing up a valve body or anything.
I'm gonna take your shifter stuff loose.
It's got a shifter cable, which looks to be all factory, and a kickdown. And since this should have came with either a C3 or C4, I believe, our shifter should be fine with a new transmission. I'm gonna start taking the transmission lines and bell housing bolts loose. It looks like somebody's already done one of them for me. There's a bell housing bolt right there, just sitting there. And the dipstick is completely loose, just sitting on the transmission right there.
All right, your linkages are off.
Thank you, sir. Stop, Baines. Please tell me you're not videoing. I'm gonna take the starter loose first. We did unhook the battery. That's a good first step. Oh, I had another backside. Great. Did they notch that? Oh gosh. What are you doing? You can tell this thing's been swapped into something it wasn't supposed to because it's hard to get to every bolt.
I can get to like one.
These transmission lines are right in our way and they are an absolute mess. So we're gonna have to do a new deal there. I've actually got a external transmission cooler because all this is going through is the radiator and that's not good enough for what we're doing. So I'm just gonna cut these. That's the easiest way to unhook them, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah, that size cooler is okay for your bone stock Pinto 4-cylinder, but not really for 2-minute long burnouts on nitrous.
Oh.
I'm not gonna come out. What's it hung up on? Oh, stuff falling all over me. There we go. Both of those lines are just right in my way from starter bolts. Yeah, that's trash. Yeah, that was like a million times easier. They're like you, bro. They got all the washers in it.
Yeah.
If Ralphie finds a bolt that's like 3 inches too long, he'll just find 20 washers and just use it anyway.
Or just get a spacer.
I'm not even sure I have a topper bolt. No, I don't. That's all mine. The other one already fell out in one of our previous burnouts, I guess. There you go. All right, there's our bolts on the bottom. Guys, I don't think it's even possible to get the starter off this car. The way they have the motor mounts up here, there's no room to get the starter out. There's a frame rail and headers above it, and there's a motor mount directly in front of it.
That's crazy.
You can't get the starter out at all. So I guess we're just gonna have to try to sneak through there or something. Since they left the dust cover off, I can actually get to the torque converter bolts from here.
I'm draining the radiator. Oh gosh.
Oh, that's my head.
Oh gosh.
That's a terrible plan. Like, you're never gonna make it. Wow. Only splashing on it. Why?
Why?
Dude, adjust. Adjust quickly. Adjust. That was a disaster. Oh gosh.
Look, I can get it in.
From that distance?
Oh.
Wow. You're terrible at this.
None of it came out of the hose. It was just that.
Did it get you, Mark?
Just about.
I will say this thing actually stayed cool while driving normal with that radiator. It looks like a 66 Mustang radiator, but when we did our burnout, it got hot enough to like boil over. So yeah, it just needs a bigger one. I mean, if you're doing burnout competitions with a car, you can't have enough radiator or cooling. It just always gets hot unless you're running on methanol. I'm excited about having like a stall converter and shift kit and all that. You know,
Yeah.
This thing ain't bigger than a minute, Marge.
Nope.
We already know it's a hog leg.
Exactly.
Mom, why?
Why must you mess?
It's perfect.
I can't work like this.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's jumped a couple railroad tracks, I'd say.
She's got fluid all over.
Yeah, it's at this point, there's just no hope. This is the one nice thing about the terrible way they mount this engine is we have tons of room with these top bell housing bolts.
I'm taking this radiator fully loose. Oh.
I think I just took the last bell housing bolts out. It can't actually come all the way out. It hits the firewall, believe it or not. They're like 3-inch bolts. Look what they did to mount this, guys. We're gonna try to do a better job. Self-tappers, and look down here. Look at these welds and stuff. This is just like some rando exhaust pipe or something they welded to the core support to space it out. They cut the whole front core support out, top and bottom. The harmonic balancer is past the core support. That's how far forward this engine is. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but the shifter's built to that bolt. Every bolt's different. Like all 4 torque converter bolts were just about all different. It should move here at some point. Oh my gosh. Ralph, did you work on this?
Yeah.
A big nut and 4 lock washers. Look at all that. That was all in there to space it. So that's not how the shifter was originally mounted for sure.
Oh.
And this one has an Allen-headed bolt.
The other one didn't?
No. Oh, this one's already loose.
Maybe it shouldn't fall far.
Yeah, it's only like 5 feet it could go. It's so wedged in here. Woo! Look
The
at
whole
it.
car moved.
But they're in a holder there now.
I was about to say, that looks welded.
Look how much they cut out of that.
Wow.
Infinite adjustability. Want to go down a little bit? Ooh. Oh, okay. Woo. Yeah, make sure nothing falls out. There we're going down.
I see the converter.
Put your hands on it so they don't fall out. That says mice. Mine's neighbor's been here?
Huh.
Alright, she is out. One thing I really hadn't thought about is, does our C4 torque converter match up to that flex plate? That would have been something to think about before right now, huh?
Yeah.
What to test for this.
I'm just keeping this converter.
There you go. It's like pallbearers in this passed away transmission. Oh, fluid everywhere. Okay. Sorry about that. That looks like a stock converter, which I figured it would be. What is all that? I mean, look at all these marks. What is that? Oh, it's the head of the bolts. That's what it is, the letters that were on the head of the bolts.
Ooh. That looks fancy.
We'll keep it in here to compare it to the C4.
Hi, bud.
He loves. Now I've got to go pick out a random transmission that we don't even know what we took it out of to rebuild. Because I know there's a couple out there. Let's go get the tractor. That's the C4 there. Does it have the pan on it?
No, it doesn't.
No pan.
That's sketchy. I can feel its filter.
This is a C4. It has a pan. Maybe that one. This is another C4. No pan. No valve body even. Oh, I guess that's our only option up there, guys.
Oh, God, easy.
What are we on? In what way is your brother helping currently?
None.
You were like, well, just go through there. So I was like, oh, he wants me to let go.
There you go. I guess if we end up deciding we need some more parts, we can come out and get one of those other ones. If it has what we need. You always want to clean it before you tear them down. Sometimes I do that in the wrong order. So we're going to degrease it, pressure wash it real quick. I wish we had a hot tank, but we don't. That's the closest thing to a bath he's had in a long time. You knew our head booger picker would be on it before long.
I like to clean it.
They're trying to clean it up really good. Hopefully this is a good cord here. It's got to be the best one we got. It's the only one that's together.
Yeah.
Sweet, got it. Sweet's got the muscles, don't she?
She's strong as an ox.
No.
Well, there it is. It's a lot cleaner. Look how nice it is in here.
Yeah.
Take take you a little mental picture here of what this C4 looks like. You can see the bell housing unbolts from the case of the transmission. C6 here, so C means 60, as in the decade. It's a 66 according to that. If you come over here and look at the AOD, you can see that the bell housing is built into the case, so it's a little bit longer and thicker because of the overdrive. There's the stock C4 torque converter, and there is the AOD. It basically looks identical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The smaller the diameter of the converter is, the higher the stall speed is.
Look at that guy.
So here is our torque converter. That's going to make a huge difference.
He's a little bitty.
Yeah. You're going to stall up way higher than what we have from the factory, which is going to be great. Gets the engine up in its RPM band it likes since it has a cam and intake and headers and all that. This is a full manual shift kit, so it's going to go in whatever gear I put it in whenever I tell it to. We got a basic rebuild kit here. It's actually Alto, though. I just bought this off eBay here. There's your bands and everything, all your gaskets and seals. And then we got a bar and plate style transmission cooler because those work better than the tube and fin ones. They're like twice as efficient. So I got the biggest bar and plate one that was pretty cheap. I think it was like 50 bucks for that. It's a 10-inch torque converter, 3,000 RPM stall speed. So it ought to give us the yank. And being in first gear ought to help as well. It ought to drastically change the way this thing takes off, especially with the gear change in the rear end.
Yeah, it's gonna do wheelies.
For sure. It probably came off the back of one of those 302s we bought. Ooh, that was extremely loose, wasn't it?
Oh.
Has somebody already been here?
Uh-oh.
That was not tied at all.
The C4 has such a small pan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this transmission was developed in 1964, and it was the very first automatic that Ford designed themselves. And they call it the Cruise-O-Matic. So don't bend the pan, okay? Okay. Look at that little guy. It's not absolutely caked up with junk as bad as the other one was. I see a little bit of grit and stuff in the filter, but not too bad. Well, it's good that we didn't find any like chunks of stuff in there. I've taken them apart before where they had like hunks of metal and stuff in them.
Oh, Lord.
That's what I'm talking about.
American man. Wow.
Please, Dad, you could have let me off. Don't, you could have let me off of here. Leave me alone. It's hot. Please.
They just love their mommy.
Oh, I turned it down.
Murphy wants to get in on it. Does it bolt up?
Probably not. Oh.
Ooh.
Da, da, da.
That bolt pattern is significantly smaller.
Hey, just put some washers.
How would that help?
Watch it gonna help it.
No, you just back it off of it so you can angle your bolts.
Fords, am I right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna have to get something coming for that. I did test the input shaft spline. They made a 24 and a 26 spline, and whichever one we have, it fits.
That's
We're good there. When I saw Mike's name on it, I should have known.
Should have known.
We had problems. So we have a D4, so that's 74. I just don't know what it came behind. It's already getting super late tonight though, and we gotta do some research on this. Wall's doing homework over here. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Loretta. Stop. Don't eat the hair.
Next day, and if you can believe it, we already have the flex plate here. No sponsorship whatsoever here, guys. I bought all these parts off the hip, okay, out the envelope. I'm just bragging a little bit about Summit though. I ordered this 10 o'clock at night and it was delivered the next day. That's how good they are. This is an SFI approved one, so you can use it like NHRA drag racing, which is nice. There wasn't another option though that was like a stalker. This has 4 different bolt patterns. So we're covered whatever we put on here. 11 and something inch Ford, and then there's like a 10.5 inch Ford, which is what ours is. It's even got Chevy patterns, so you can put whatever transmission you want to behind it if you have a power glide or whatever. It's 164 teeth, 50 ounce imbalance, okay? After like 1981, they went to the 50 ounce imbalance. Small white Fords are weird, so if you got one that's like 81 and older, you're gonna need a 28 ounce. And there's a couple different teeth counts, so you gotta count the teeth. That's good dating advice though, even, you know?
Oh,
But yeah, it's like 120 bucks for this. We're gonna pop out the low reverse servo here. So this is what engages your bands, and depending on which band is applied is what gear you're in. If you don't know, I kind of grew up in transmission shop. My dad used to work for Dayco Torque Converters in Cookeville, Tennessee. Ooh, there you go. And we used to travel all over the country to Super Chevy shows. So if you saw an 8-year-old boy wandering around a Super Chevy show, that was probably me. And then my dad also built automatic transmissions from home. I saw a lot of this growing up.
That's some good metal paste right there.
Yeah, it looks a little gray, doesn't it? There's that. Yeah, it's a little rubbery still. So that's our low reverse when we're gonna try to keep everything in order here. We won't use that at all. Transmission mount's still in good shape. So this is the throttle valve or vacuum modulator. The early ones are screw in. This one is a pressed in. It has like a retainer bracket. I think there's a pin behind this. Yep. Here's the scariest part of all, the valve body. I'm not sure which of these bolts have to come out and which ones don't. We'll try taking the big ones out. These are 3/8. Guys, I got the hiccups today and lost my voice from it.
How does that happen? This is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Marge went to town, came back, I'd lost my voice and had a cramp in my leg.
Thought he was down for the count.
The valve body scares me because it's full of like check balls and springs. We've got a full manual shift kit here, so I'm gonna have to tear into this. I don't know how much.
Aren't power glides super simple?
Yeah, we've done a power glide on the channel. If you go back and look at my old Starlet videos, we built a power glide on the channel before. Please don't make anything fly out. This is your gears here, I think. This guy here that intersects with that guy here. Makes your gears happen and do the stuffs and things.
Yeah.
And this is your detent thing. That's the click you hear. It's like click, click, click. It goes on these little things here. I don't want to dump this guy out really. I think I'm just going to leave it exactly like that until we do the shift kit part.
And you're going to go into there too, right?
Yeah, everything's coming out.
Frictions.
There's a band there, and this is the adjustment to tighten it. And there's another band here, and it's got an adjustment to tighten it. And if you look on the opposite sides, there are servos that put pressure on that. Every one of those drums has a pack of clutches in it. Depending on which one of these holes it sends fluid through at the time, depends on if it applies that gear or not. What usually happens when you burn up a transmission is one of those clutch packs starts slipping from wear or heat or whatever. If those clutches slip enough, it'll just not pull anymore because there's no clutch material left to make it grab.
That's a ton of paste.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Supposed to get the fluid on the table, aren't we? Whoa. Whew. I don't see any broken things yet. That's good. You watch the transmission guys tear them apart that do it every day, and like they just blow them apart and throw the bolts everywhere. And I don't know how in the world they know where everything goes when they put it back together. I think that's called your governor. And I believe that controls your shifts. I think these are bad to stick. That one's moving. It's rattling, so there's supposed to be a filter in here.
Oh, this one? Yeah, there's a filter.
Okay, yeah. That keeps dirt and stuff from going in the governor and sticking those valves up. Oh, that's like those fuel injector screens, isn't it? That's what it looks like. Or like your little kitchen strainer. Gonna take our other servo out. I think this is called the intermediate servo.
That's selling stuff on my face.
Oh, goody. These letters tell you what size piston is in it. I believe this is gonna pop out with spring pressure here.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, wow. That looks dark, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That does look pretty dark.
Yeah, it does. So there's a seal there. Yeah, that looks terrible. That's actually what that looks like. And it smells burnt.
But if we're replacing the things, it should be fine, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm sure of it. We're gonna take our bands loose here. There you go, it's kind of locked in there. That little wedge thing there, I think it's called a strut. Am I right, Wall?
Yes.
That's our front one there. That just wedges in there. We also have a back one over here, which I believe is on the opposite side. There should be no way to get these mixed up. You can see that one is vastly different from that one. So if you turn it one way, and see that's going the opposite direction I'm turning this. You go the other way and it all moves together. It kind of shows you how some of this stuff moves in there. We're about to pull the front pump, which I believe means the bell housing's about to come off too. Looks like it's all held in together. It's just a 9/16. You gonna take the bell housing?
Yeah.
That's pretty convenient. Most all the Chevy transmissions I've messed with don't have that.
I have some.
Oh man.
Look crusty, don't it?
Yeah, trying to keep it in order. This is our band. That looks thin to me, but oh look, it's cracking. You see how it's cracking?
Yeah.
You can see the little stress marks in it. That looks like it needs to be replaced, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It goes the opposite way I turn it. There's that. So there's like these, I think they're called thrust washers. And that's what sets your end play on the transmission. There's bushings in there. I believe there's a planetary gear in that. Oh,
Oh, don't do that.
Oh.
My fingers are in there and he's turning the output shaft. I just hope we don't have any broken hard parts, you know. That's pretty light, Phil. It's aluminum.
Yeah. I think there's a C-clip, Dad.
Yeah, there's a C-clip right here. Laws keeping me in check here with my book.
Ow, it slipped.
She likes that game. There, right there. And we should be able to pull this out, I think. Oh, here, I'll pull this band out of the way. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh, what just fell? That guy fell. I thought we already took all those out. Oh, I guess that was for the other one, this one for this one. Okay, so that's the stuff that scares me. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's our C-clip. Okay, looks like another planetary. Man, look at that bushing. It's a huge bushing.
Yeah.
Goes around there. I'm gonna set that in there. This is the governor support here. Okay, so the tail shaft can come out this way. What in the world did that clip just do?
I was gonna say it's right there.
That's the parking paw. Let's make sure we get that right. Okay, it's just going. So that's what puts you in park right here. When that locks in right there, your car can't move. Yeah. That's the one-way clutch, so it only rotates one direction, I believe. Feel how light that case is now, guys. Isn't that crazy?
With ease. Hold on.
People go really fast with these transmissions. The basic case to it right there is all that's left. That's all the main parts out of here. Now we need to get into these clutch packs and see what's inside them. See all those clutches in there?
Yeah.
That's one set. This is your thrust washers. Right here is another set. Clutches right there. So they go together like this. I guess it's just those two right there. That's simple enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we got a little snap ring here. We should be able to get the edge of it, pry it up like that. Just kind of work it around like a piston ring. Probably need to pay attention to everything, like even the direction it's facing. Now we should be able to dump these out of here and look at their condition.
Oh, they're cooked, bud.
Well, the steels look kind of cooked a little bit. You see the discoloration and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the actual clutch disc in there look fine right there.
Yeah.
So how many is in this one? There's 4 in that one. Nothing scary yet in that one. Let's see about this one.
They're cooked.
Come on. Oh, there. So I think this is called the pressure plate, I believe. I mean, really, that don't look bad either. I mean, this may have been a good transmission. Now, I'm just basing that off the clutches because even if the clutches are good, all the rubber seal stuff can be bad. But so far, so good. I mean, really. There's also like sealing rings here on the pump, these metal rings. We just need to go through and check everything and see if anything looks cracked or broken or chipped. So we're just gonna take some time and look at these planetary gear sets and see if they're all good. Look at all our bushings. We're gonna break into the front pump here. Pretty important part of the whole process. Golly.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know, right? Me neither. So we want to make sure there's not like big wear marks here where it's been rubbing that. That looks pretty good. I don't feel anything. It's similar to how like an oil pump on an engine works. Just keep that the same direction it was. Marge, what's your nervous level right now?
Pretty nervous. Probably a 7 out of 10.
I'm not seeing anything that scares me. Obviously, I don't build transmissions for a living, but I don't see any broken pieces. I don't see any wore out clutches.
The Artiste is at work. It looks good, girl.
I got something I can hold at this time so I don't
Oh,
fall
that's
off.
good.
Marge coming in clutch with the hydration station here. I feel like I'm back on the farm in the tobacco field. Growing up, when we were working in the fields, this is what we had, but it was just water.
I was gonna say you probably didn't have no Gatorade.
You know, it was just water.
Oh, that's so cool. Where'd you get it?
The Amazon.
Where else,
Oh,
right?
that's cool.
We're gonna stay hydrated.
You like this? Cool.
Nice touch. Is this the real Shug Gatorade?
Low should.
Low Shug.
No should.
Gotcha. So we're gonna use our one fancy transmission tool. This is to press down these springs so you can take out these pistons out of the bottom of these drums. And good news, guys, the hiccups are back. So it's gonna be very entertaining the rest of the evening. I'm struggling. So now the spring pressure's off there, this should pop up out of here. Okay, got it started here. Should hit Marge here any second. So that's all that holds that in. Should be able to back this off. And it'll have springs in here, I believe. And we can pop the piston out. You backing up, Marge?
Quit pointing at me. Oh, I see the big old spring.
That's a big spring. Look at that bad boy. And we should be able to get the piston out here. Let's see, this will have seals we need to replace probably. Oh, there we go. Hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Broke the seal. There you go. So see that ring around there? There should be some sealing ring. There should be some sealing rings down here too. We'll have to replace. Same thing with this other drum here. Get under it. Oh, it needs to come up and out.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe I can get it in there and then you can grab it here.
We had it, bro. That moment's gone now. Okay, here you go. Keep going. There you go. Once you get them started, it's not that bad. It's just getting it started. So this is our spring here. Holds that down. I've never messed with a spring like that. Oh. I felt it. Oh, pop that out. Whatever that was. There we go. There we go. Golly, guys. Everything looks good with that piston. We'll just replace that lip seal there. I mean, everything looks good there to me. We also got a seal in here to replace. Is my hair all right? Now we're going to start our modification. So this is our full manual shift kit here. It says first thing you need to determine which valve body you have. So the difference is this one has like a cross pin and stuff, and this one just the cover goes over it. Ours is type B. So we got to pick out the right valve body gasket. So there's actually 4 gaskets in here. So this is the full manual type B gasket. All these different springs and pins and drill bits is what we got to change out. We got to drill some stuff out in the separator plate. Ooh. Thought that might have spring pressure on that. There's our filter. So that's just like your oil filter in your car, guys. Where'd that come from?
I don't know where it fell off.
That's just out there, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Most people like don't service their automatic transmissions, but it's a bad idea to service one if it's been like 200,000 miles and it's never been touched. But if you have a brand new one or a brand new rebuilt one, you need to do regular service stuff on them. Sometimes you'll have problems with the transmission. You can replace the filter and fluid and it'll help. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it makes it worse. This is like brain surgery, guys. We'll take the rest of these bolts out and split it in half. Is that the same? No, these are longer bolts. So these corner ones here from this side are longer. Golly. Yeah, this is the scary part for me. Maybe we won't lose anything. Ooh, look, it's like a brain, guys. How in the world did anybody design that?
There's a check ball.
Yeah, that's why I turned it upside down, because I figured it had a check ball. A lot of times with these shift kits, you pull check balls out, change spring stiffness and stuff. I think this is a separator plate that we open up here. Yeah, we got to drill out some of these. Scary, right? Yeah, there's your separator plate.
It's crazy. I don't know how people work on that.
Oh, there's a magnetic guy. I don't know. Somewhere right in there, but I don't know where. Was he right there?
This seems sketchy.
It's a magnetic, like, hockey puck. This is a gasket we're going to peel off. Look, there's check balls in here too. There's a check ball right there. So you got to be really careful not to dump this stuff out.
Oh, I see him now. He was dark colored looking.
And it's all super dirty. It says no ball here, no ball here. Enlarge these 2 holes in the separator plate. But we got to clean all this up first. Oh, look at that. It's quick, isn't it?
Yeah. Like brand new.
Law of the transmission builder. I'm going to clean all this too. That is so weird, isn't it? I'm trying to hold this check ball in place. I just lost a check ball, and I don't know where from. Did anybody see where that fell out from?
I think it fell out from up here.
Oh, up here? So like that hole there?
Yeah.
We'll go with that for now.
It works good.
Clutch material, I guess. Has it only got 1 check ball over here? Oh, I got all of it. Sorry, guys. That holds a lot of fluid in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that 110 thousandths drill bit?
I took a class on this.
Oh, cool.
So I know what I'm doing. I did get on my test. Yeah, it is.
Which 2 holes is it, guys? This little guy here, right? So there's 2 slots.
Yeah, it's that one. And...
So these little tiny holes here. All right.
Yeah, look at that.
You gonna drill it?
Yep.
You mess up, it's the end of the world. I guess this just puts more fluid somewhere. Make sure you don't have no burrs or nothing.
I want to water it.
Use the Christmas tree bit. You threaded that one, didn't you? We'll make sure that's like deburred before we put it on there. It's kind of crazy how few things come with this kit. Because these kits are over $100.
And that's it?
It's really just some springs, gaskets and stuff. Install new orifice control plug. This guy goes there, right? Pretty sure? Yeah, that's it. 0.217 plastic ball here.
Yeah.
So that is right there. So that's just the factory one getting put back in there. Install new light brown spring. So this guy, here's the new light brown one in the ball. It's gonna go down here. I guess the separator plate holds that in place once we get the plate on there. Channel casting completed. I guess it's called a channel casting is what this is. I've already knocked this check ball over. I'm not good at this, guys. This makes me nervous. Oh, it went down that hole. Uh-oh. This video should be titled Novice Rebuilds Transmission. So there's our gasket for that. The little check ball goes right there. And we can start a bolt in this just to hold it. I think wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think we got all that in the correct places, don't you guys? When we followed the directions. So this bolt will have to come back out. I just want it in place so nothing leaves the chat, as the kids say these days, before we get this done. It says discard 1-2 puck.
So just let him leave the chat?
Yeah, so this is the kind of in-depth part. Look at all the springs and stuff we gotta mess with. And we gotta take all these little side covers off, clean everything out, remove and discard spring. You just take it out. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna fly out and hit you, Wall.
Makes sense.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
It's really weird.
Maybe we can bop it. What was that game? Bop it.
Mm-hmm.
Twist it. Hey, it's coming out, son. Yeah, I guess that's supposed to be that short, isn't it?
There's something else in there, though.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Wow.
Oh, it's got a spring because it's popping back at me here. Marge, if I told you I would give you $1,000 to build this transmission, what would you say?
No way.
You would have trouble even starting.
I would rather like cut my toe off than do this.
You wouldn't mind taking it apart just if you never had to put it back together,
Yeah.
right?
My toe off.
Thy Lord help.
This guy just gets discarded. Make sure there's no dirt in here. Oh,
Wow.
oh, where'd it go? Launch.
Gone forever.
Dry all that out. We're just gonna throw it back in there without a spring. I don't know how that works. I don't understand it. Someone much smarter than me knows. Oh gosh, I think I went too far. Go back, back the other way, back the other way.
Oh my gosh.
There's like a little notch it's gotta be in.
Thick side in. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm too far behind, guys.
How much spring pressure does it have? A little bit.
Install the gold splitter spring in the wrecking cone. Fat side in.
Do not install any spring here. Well, I've got a spring there,
Well, maybe it's telling you like...
so that one's got.
Oh, yeah, it says discard original inner spring. Is this the one you need? What is this one in my hand? That's a good question. I don't know why.
What do you have in your hand? Please don't pick up any springs. We're gonna clean all this out. And you don't want to get these mixed up on their direction. We've done that before and had to take the transmission valve body back out. You get them backwards and it won't work right. The splitter spring goes that direction and this little piston guy goes in here. That's so weird that it just deletes that. So you got to go in there. Oh, you hear it click in place?
That's weird. Was that this?
No, don't even pick up springs. Remember that?
Sorry.
We replaced this spring. Remove and save original 2-3 shift spring. Why? Why did I save it? It's this guy, right? That's green.
Yeah.
So this guy is supposed to fit tight inside here. That is not fitting.
You gotta use the pink one instead.
Pink one instead. That one.
Very important to keep this stuff clean. Get in there.
You install the channel plate between the cover plate and the valve body.
So there's a passage right here, and it's letting fluid go by that. It's also letting fluid out the side, so it's almost like these aren't even doing anything anymore. Oh!
What?
Did anything pop out? Or is that just that one spring?
Just one spring.
So optional spring, not used on all models.
Sometimes it's there on some models, and sometimes it's not. I'd say.
What does that mean?
I'd
Do we
say-
leave it or
yeah,
not?
I'd say leave it. It's already there.
Okay. And there's another one behind it and a spring.
Yeah.
The new white spring.
You
Yeah.
hardly color coded this.
Does make it easier. I don't even see a white spring.
Right here.
Oh, is that little stripe white?
I think that's white.
And this is the orange one. They're in the bag together, so it makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you would tackle this job or not. That was the 2-3 back out. This is cut back. Is there not a spring in there? There's no spring. So it didn't have a spring. So it's getting a spring now that it didn't have before. That's got a lot of spring pressure now. Woo. Thumb is slipping. Did that measure out correctly or not? 217 thousandths.
Yeah.
It goes right here, Wall says.
Yes. Yeah, it's like 180.
We gotta punch this pin out. We still have 4 more pistons we gotta take out and modify. Go ahead, be easy, okay? Not that easy. Oh, there we go. It's starting to move now. Go ahead. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And it did not pop out, guys. What is this called? The throttle boost?
Yes. You kick down when you want to.
Yeah, it literally does anything you want. So you could be going down the interstate and throw it in first, and it's going to take first gear. Yeah, that ring-a-ding-ding.
Would you burn up your transmission?
It'd probably break something, I would think.
Are you hot?
That was a record.
This one's being stuck. I think maybe if I like pop it, it might. Oh, there it goes.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so we got that out. Pop out of here. Whew. That right there. Nowadays, with newer transmissions, a lot of this can be done with just a tuner, you know?
Yeah.
Like our truck, you can like make it shift however you want to with the tuner.
Yeah, firm shift.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we did that.
Oh, and the Yukon was that way. Yeah, it was snappy.
Kick you back.
Take the white spring out, put the black spring in. It doesn't feel that different. I guess it's a little longer. Goes right back in there. I gotta push it past that hole when you drive the pin down. Go ahead. There you go. Good job, bud.
Wow, Squeeze. That's really coming along good.
Yeah, I'm not done with it yet, though.
Are you still going to add some more stuff to it?
Yeah.
Push in on the piston. That little center pin is what holds this clip in place. And it's got a bunch of stuff. This is the low servo and the downshift piston, I guess. Ooh, not that. Like everything else that don't want to fall out. You'd think with spring pressure behind it, that would just, oh, there it goes. All right, so we got this little guy and a spring. Whatever's behind it don't want to come out. Well, maybe the magnet will work on this one. There we go. Woo, another spring. After struggling with that one, I realized there's no modifications to be done, so we're just cleaning that one. We just throw it all back together the way it was. I should have followed the numbers, right? Wall went to go do homework, and it's all falling apart. It says street use yellow spring and red inner spring. Full race only, or vehicles over 5,500 pounds. It probably weighs like 2,500 pounds.
You know what to do.
Use the green and the red. Okay, we're definitely using green and red.
I think if I was just using it for the
yellow.
street, I'd still do it.
No doubt. This is called the booster. And we have another piston back in here we're going to pop out. Oh, I guess if you do it long enough, you understand what all these things do. I don't exactly know what everything does. Red spring inside the green spring. This goes inside here. Isn't that crazy? Look at all that.
It's crazy.
The amount of machining that goes into that and tolerances to get it right.
I bet new ones are even crazier.
Oh yeah, their valve body's probably like 3 or 4 times as big. All the shift, right, Ralph?
Yeah.
We want it to snap. Oh, are you all right?
Yeah.
Good deal. Sorry, son.
What is
Ooh, that's got a lot of pressure. Here you go, push it down. You need pliers or anything, you just give your thumb. Oh,
I got it.
easy
That
peasy.
hurt.
There's a lot of black in this, and I've noticed that a lot of these were sticking until I cleaned them, so it's an important step to make sure they're not sticking. Oh, we'll just throw it right back in there and call it done, right, Marge?
Yep.
Every other one we didn't have a spring. Oh, on this end. Do you get that? What did I tell you?
it got worse.
Not funny, guys. What kind of creature?
We all heard it at the same time. I was like,
What is that noise? What has moved into our yard? I thought that was Mike for a second.
We should have left this joker in place.
Well, you gotta clean all this stuff. Look, we got it. Don't worry, Marge. I'm feeling better. We gotta hold this thing in place here somehow. And there's also a check ball here we're trying to hold down and a spring. And this is gonna go on top of this, Ralph, and start the bolts. Pull my finger out there. Where does it go in there? Right there? Is that it?
Yeah.
We just gotta get this in where everything falls apart. So it's very specific about not tightening any of the bolts until it's all assembled. So we didn't even tighten the bolts for these little side cover plates that hold the valves into the valve body. I feel better we got that part at least behind us.
Yeah.
It's already like 9 o'clock at night. We're beat. See y'all tomorrow. Well, I'm out here in the shop early before everybody else. I think I'm gonna spend some time cleaning all these transmission parts. You heard it?
Surely.
I can't hear anything now. Excellent choice, sir.
Oh my God, I couldn't find anything else.
Good fishy flops.
Quit hating.
After a bunch of cleaning, I think I've got all the case and tail shaft and front pump and all that cleaned up. I did an excellent job, guys. Check it out. Look at it. All that's nice and shiny now. I put our new transmission filter on here. You can see the difference in coloration there. We have a bushing. This is where the torque converter rides, the snout of the torque converter. You can see our old one's all scratched up and stuff, so we gotta try to replace that. I don't actually have any stuff to press in that's exactly the right size, because this stuff's gotta be exactly the right size to get the old one out. I was like, wait, it's like a cam bearing, right? It's the same shape and everything, so we got our cam bearing tool here. We're gonna try to use it to knock it out of there. Will it work?
Hopefully.
So you just tighten this up and it actually expands out to the right size. And it has just barely a lip around the edge, so it should clear. We need to make sure of where all these notches are. I don't really know if it matters, but I just don't want to change it. So we've got a notch right there and that little slot going down that way. That looks like the only thing. So I'm just gonna put it back in the same way. That work? Yeah. Well, that was easier than I thought. That's a cleavite, it says. There's hammer marks around the edge of the seal there. There we go. Clean all this now. There's our notch. Put it the same exact way. You gonna do it?
Yeah.
So we can use the bigger one here because it'll stop when it hits that metal, and that's what we need it to do anyway.
You ready?
That's it?
Yeah.
There you go. Got a nice brand new bushing in there. That way we don't have any slop in this deal. Time for the front pump seal here. I've actually pushed one of these out while doing a burnout before. I've seen some people like glue these in and stuff. I've never done that. There you go, got our new seal and our new bushing. We're gonna put some oil on these.
All right, so we're gonna soak these discs in fluid. There's two separate ones, so.
It's kind of like the same thing we do with lifters.
Yeah.
You know?
That one.
Oh yeah. They make like transmission specific assembly lube. I don't own any of that, so we're just using what we got around here. But anytime you got a seal like this, it's new, you want to lubricate it somehow. We have cleaned up our pump gears here. It looks to be in decent shape. I believe the dot goes up this way. There's like a tapered edge on this. It goes towards the torque converter, I believe. We want to lubricate all this stuff up. Look how weird this is. You put the gear in there, right? Nice and easy.
Yeah.
It won't fall out. It grabs
wild.
it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's a really tight fit in there. Make sure it turns freely. And this guy goes right there. And that pumps your fluid like that right there.
That's cool.
We gotta swap out the sealing rings on our front. I think it's called the stator support. We got a bunch of them over here. These are like the gapless style rings. I don't know if there's two different sizes. We gotta make sure we get the right thing here. These are thicker, aren't they? Yeah, those are wider than that is. So we just gotta unclip them like that, spread them out, and pop them off there. I can feel those rings pushing out. Kind of a pain to get out of here because they like lock in together. I mean, quit holding hands. Leave room for Jesus. There you go. Hopefully I can get the new ones on without hurting them. Coming in hot. What do you got? You got a new painting? Oh,
It's so good.
I love the river and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
We got any guesses on the percentage this thing will work correctly when we get done?
98.
Wow.
We've read the book. We've followed instructions.
We have followed the instructions.
My chances are about an 85.
That it will work or won't work?
That it will work.
Gotcha. Don't ask Squeeze. We don't want to know her thoughts on it. She would definitely think it's not going to work. We got it in its little track here. We're going to hold hands again. That measures out to be the right size one. Is that?
Yeah, you got it.
Got it. Oh, my glove. Tragedy. Get out of there. That one was easy. Getting the hang of this. And I would think we probably should put some grease on that. What do you think, Walt?
Definitely put some grease on it.
Definitely. Uncle Si here with his free cup he's got somewhere, sucking down the Gatorade as fast as we can fill this thing up. Yesterday's Gatorade now.
Yeah.
We're gonna bolt the two halves of the pump together. So this is the bolt hole that has all the holes around it. We want to make sure we put that back in the right spot. I just figured out that our kit did not come with any thrust washers. We may have to either get some or put it together what we got. We'll know because the end play will be wrong if it's too loose. So they have like selectable thrust washers to set the end play. I've had zero luck though finding transmission parts locally. I've been trying to get the reverse servo piston. No parts stores have it. I called 3 transmission shops today. None of them answered the phone.
Terrible customer service.
I'm just kind of guessing all these torque specs. Elvis is talking to us.
What?
Hi, poopies.
He looks so mad.
What are you frowning for?
Thrust washer there. I put some grease just to hold it in place. We're messing with one of the drums now. You can see way down in there is a seal. It's not wanting to come out. There you go. We need to make 100% sure that we get the correct one. Looks like there's just one in there, and then we have the seal around this we gotta replace too. You can squish them up like that and get a hold of them. Just rip their lips off. That right there. I gotta find them too.
Wow. Looks great. Here's the noise.
Sounds like it has a check ball in it or something, doesn't it?
See all that black that comes off?
He's about to get you, Wally. You better watch out. Well, at least we don't have a bunch of O-rings that look almost identical to choose from here. Gosh, that's definitely not that one. Or that one.
Measure their
Wait,
length.
is it this one? I think that's it right there. I think that's our winner.
So we're gonna dip this in some oil just to give it some lubrication.
Just want to be careful not to cut it or stretch it or anything.
There we go. Woohoo!
Trying to blow all these passages out this drum. I'm messing with this a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure that our seal does not get twisted or put in backwards. I'm just working it down really slow, and I think we're about to get it in there. Yep, right there. Now we got to pop this piston down here without hurting the seal. So I've got a 6 thousandths feeler gauge here. I'm trying to work around here without cutting my seal or anything. Trying to kind of shoehorn the lip seal in around this. Kind of feel it dropping as I do this.
No personal space.
I don't know, he gets like right up on me. You don't even know how to read, Murph.
No.
You don't need the book.
No.
Love that baby.
I have been messing with this lip seal for like probably 45 minutes now.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
And I can get like one side started and then it like gets kind of wedged. So it's like it all needs to drop in at the same time. The only way I can get it to is like one side drops first and it gets kind of stuck. And I don't want to mess up this lip seal. So I've had to knock the piston out like 2 times already. So it may take a while.
Draw one on me. No.
Look how cute some of the chickens are now. They're growing up. After literally hours, I finally got that piston in there correctly. I think I was just pushing too hard. So you kind of got to hold downward pressure on it as you work around there with the feeler gauge. And if you push too hard, it'll bind up on you, or one side will go down, the other side won't. Anyway, I went ahead and did both pistons while I was at it. And I replaced the seals. And look, this one, I don't know if you can tell on video, but this one's pretty, oh, look at that, it just snapped. You can tell it's pretty brittle if you feel it in your hands. It's not as rubbery as it should be, is it, Wall?
No.
It just snaps. The outside seal didn't seem, oh, it's cracked. Never mind, look at that. See, this is why you gotta replace this stuff. You see it? See that right there? Look, it just starts cracking if you flex it. I did notice this has 5 clutches in it, which according to what I've read, means it's out of a V8 car. So that's a good thing. 6-cylinder ones had 4. Got that spring back in there and the retainer plate there. We just gotta get the snap ring in now. This is the part Marge loves when there's spring pressure involved and stuff that might take off.
Are these the metal pieces?
That's the steels, yep. I tried to buy a kit that I thought was complete, but there's a few things it didn't have that I probably need. Push that down, yeah. Oh, I think it's gonna pop right in. That. I just started this corner and worked my way around with a screwdriver. And take the pressure off now, that snap ring should hold it. Like that right there. This drum has like these checkered frictions and steels here. So these right here are the ones we're gonna use, it looks like. We have brand new steels here. It's always like a friction and a steel and a friction and a steel. So that's how it works. We just gotta measure our clearance. And then this big plate goes on top. You can see where the snap ring was laying against it before. Just drop right down in there. All that junk. Everything's coated in this black coating. I looked at what a rebuilt one cost, and man, like any kind of rebuilt transmission is like thousands of dollars. So like all the parts to do this, it was like $100 for the rebuild kit. It was like $100 for the shift kit. I got a pretty aggressive torque converter. It's like $300. So a lot of the expense we get a transmission rebuilt is not the parts as much, I think, as the labor to do it and all the skills. So let's measure our clearance here. What's our clearance supposed to be? This is supposed to be between 25 and 50 thousandths. What we got
at least the minimum there, and this is what the maximum should be. So we're between the minimum and the maximum, and you know that's good enough for me.
Did you already lubricate the forward clutch cylinder?
Yes, I lubricated the forward piston when I put it in, yes.
Oh, wow.
She's keeping me straight here on the instructions. That got me right in the face. Literally right in the face. Didn't expect that.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
This thing shouldn't pop out and hit anybody.
Hey, I'm moving.
I would think that snap ring would hold it, and it won't
I'm done with you.
pop out of there. Rounded one here goes against this rounded spring, which makes sense to me. It's kind of crazy that's all that holds all the power, you know?
Yeah.
In like a crazy racing application, they make some of this stuff in different thicknesses. So they'll have special drums that have a snap ring in a higher spot. I've even had these cut down before so you can fit more in it. I've took them to the machine shop before and had them cut down. Especially transmissions like a C4 or Power Glide where it wasn't really initially made to hold a ton of power.
Yeah.
And people use them for racing. So you'll buy like a fancy smancy drum that holds more clutches. You can sometimes do thinner steels and frictions to get more clutches in there. A lot of stuff you can do. And there's actually different thickness snap rings so you can get your clearances right. There's a lot you can do to change this. This was always my favorite part right here of transmission building. Like looking at the clutch discs when you take them out and putting the new ones in. I don't know why, but I always like that part. Goes in there. Make sure our snap ring is clean. Let's see if this has the right clearances as well. They have the same basic setup, like it's almost identical to rebuilding the other one. A lot of times, like one will have bigger clutch discs and the other one will have smaller, but these look to be basically identical. Yes, it's bigger than the minimum. Is it smaller than the maximum? Yes. So we're good there. And I'm throwing all this stuff to the side when we get done with it so we don't get anything mixed up. So I'm gonna sit this on here and we can air check it. Make sure it actually functions. This should pop that piston up and down. See it? Watch the clutches, guys.
That's cool.
It do
That's
the thing.
cool. We're making it work.
I feel like you're just coming around to the idea that we might actually get it together.
It did it right.
We need to put some grease on that, Ralph, so that thrust washer doesn't fall off. Not a ton, not a ton. Just enough to hold it there. He really likes to get excessive with the grease, guys.
There's no reason not to. Okay.
Oh, so that's it.
This thrust washer goes in here. So it's like number 1, number 2, number 3 thrust washer. I wish we had brand new ones, but we don't. Forward planetary gear here. All that feels good. Ralph, if you want to clean that, I'll clean the hub for it. And inside here is the thrust washer. Clean all this up and assemble it. And that goes inside the forward drum here.
It's like brake dust or something.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? I think it's just the friction dust. It's a similar thing, really. It's just a wet clutch. Looks like our bushing in here is in good shape. We gotta put some grease on our thrust washer to hold it in place. Wow, that's aggressive. That sits right against this planetary gear, like that. I wanna also put some here where it rides against that. This drops down there. See how those gears work?
Yeah.
This can drop onto this, right, Juan?
Yeah.
And we got to spline up all these teeth into all those friction discs that are in there. So you kind of got it like back and forth and be easy and one at a time like that. There you go.
We are getting somewhere now.
So all that goes down here like that. Next is our sun gear shell here. It goes over the top of all this and locks in. It's super sooty. You're right, it's kind of like brake dust. Splines up with these planetary gears and this other thing. Once again, how in the world did they figure all that out? Put that right there, Walt. I think this goes on next.
Where's this
And there's the thrust washer. I'm not sure yet, son.
Oh, Lord.
Wait a second.
I think it may go behind that. I think Murphy's bored with it. Oh, woke him up. You just gonna walk out? Onto our reverse servo piston here. This is something I'm gonna have to install and replace later probably, because I don't have a new one. This is the original Ford one here. Made in the US of A though. It's not cracked or anything. It still has some squish to it. The book recommends you replace them and we don't have a new one. And they're super hard to find. Like every part store doesn't have it. I ordered one off eBay, but it's not gonna be here in time. So we're gonna put this one in. Luckily, it's something you can replace later, you know? You don't have to tear the whole transmission down, just pop this side cover out.
Wow, what do you got?
Oh, I chicken.
That's the prettiest one, I think.
She's
It's got all the
pretty.
white specks on it.
Yeah.
Hi, Peepers. Hi.
I'll lubricate everything here. Pop this guy in with a spring. Make sure it actually goes in there like that. See, it's going past that. It's got spring pressure. Ralphie is pulling off our O-ring here for the cover.
It's really cracked.
I'm glad our servo piston one didn't look like that. That's super bad. That looks like it, doesn't it, Ralph?
Yeah.
I guess that kind of fits around there. Like that right there. So that guy pushes in like that. I'm just a straight up transmission builder, you know?
Who knew?
It was falling asleep. Let's hit guys honestly. This little 1 ounce head's getting heavy. I'm gonna take this shifter mechanism out and we're gonna replace the seal inside here. And I think this center one, which is the kick down, which we're not even using anymore, but we gotta have it to keep the transmission sealed up. I believe there's an O-ring on this and there's a seal that goes into the case for the actual shifter. This guy comes off and we could actually just toss this, but I probably won't. Yeah, see there's a O-ring we should have in the kit there. There's some water from us pressure washing it. So that's your kick down, Marge. When you're stomping the pedal, passing gear, this is what tells the transmission, hey, we're passing downshift. That and the, I guess, vacuum modulator and the governor, I don't fully understand what each one does. Yeah, like that. So it's got a little keyway slot there. Big 7/8 jam nut in here. Maybe I can just leave this stuff sitting here when that comes out. Here's our seal, Ralph. It's like a tiny little seal.
We know we have another one.
Hold on. Good point. Yes, confirmed. Go ahead. You gotta hook into the metal ring edge, not just the rubber. Did it come out? Negative.
Yo, bum.
I would not hand hammer that one.
Says something that'll ring.
We've already ruined it now, that's for sure.
Oh, here we go. Nope.
He's drinking Gatorade, the chicken. Oh, he swung it. Oh,
Didn't
man.
like that.
Didn't like it. There it goes. Right there. I think that glued in, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah, we're just trying to do everything we can to make it not leak. Trying to get whatever this is they've got on here out. These are things I've traditionally skipped on transmission rebuilds, but then again, usually I knew the transmission, it was already a good one, you know. There you go.
Good enough.
Perfect. I can definitely tell that seal is pushing against it. Tighten that up. You're getting soaked.
She's like free sitting here.
Right there, yeah. Kick down levers going in. Right through there. This is our new O-ring here Ralphie picked out for us. Put some oil on it. All right. On to the other servo on the other side. This one, you just replace the seals on. The other one, the seal is made into the part. This one is replaceable, which is the way it should be. Shop chicken. Oh, wow. So we have an A servo, and that letter tells you how big the piston is. There's a bunch of different ones to choose from. The book says R is the best one, but I'm sure there's some aftermarket ones that are probably even better. There ain't nothing that doesn't have this black coating on it. Our box is getting more empty, so that's a good sign. We're drawing to the end here. Anytime you're using like an O-ring, you want to lubricate it quite a bit as you install it. I don't know why they didn't make the reverse one this way. It would have made it a lot easier and cheaper to do. Because that piston is like 60 bucks by itself. It's half of what the rebuild kit cost me. I like it when the gasket peels off like completely clean. That's very helpful. This one is not one to peel off at all. It's like a weird paper gasket that's just falling apart. I got the cover cleaned up pretty good, but you can still see there's a little bit of scratching and stuff. I'm gonna use this. It's called Forma gasket, which funny enough, growing up as a kid, my family called RTV Forma gasket. So it's like stuck in my brain that that's Forma gasket, which really, this is Forma gasket. It's liquid stuff. It never fully dries and it helps things seal like this.
Since when?
Shouldn't stop anything up in the transmission if it got in there. That's why we don't want to use like regular RTV or silicone or whatever right here. Got our O-rings well lubricated. See, it's popping into it right now. We need the seals to go into the bore. We got the small end in. Now we just get the big one right there. See it?
Yeah.
that.
Shoots back at 200 miles an hour.
Probably.
I'm really surprised that she's sitting on your shoulder like that.
There's nothing keeping her in here. That's crazy. Yeah, it'll just sit there. Got both of our servos in. Now we gotta start putting stuff inside the case in here. The main guts. I think it's called a one-way roller clutch. The instructions show to take all these springs and rollers apart. No says I, okay? So it's just getting cleaned up and thrown right back in. This is the bottom thrust washer in the very back of the case. It goes in very first. Certain things in a transmission are really bad if they go out because you have to take everything out to get to them, like that guy right there. You can see this has bolts on one side, not the other, so I'm gonna drop this down in there. You hold it, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have it? Rotate it, I don't see the holes. Oh, you just passed it, back up. Put it reverse, Terry. Right there.
All right.
Small 5/16 headed bolts. Does that feel like it's doing all right, Ralph? You should be able to let go now. Onto the parking pawl. This is the thing that like fell apart as we were taking it out. So and this sits on that and then
How do you know if it's right?
floats the note here. This pin goes down here and can't go no farther. Goes down in here and this spring gets tensioned into the case. That's why it popped loose, Ralph. Look.
Oh,
It hooks onto the actual case like that. And that keeps it back out of the way unless you shift it into park, which is that right there, see? This is our governor support, which has built-in lines. We don't have any grooves where our sealing rings were in here. Clean this up. You gotta make sure you get them in these holes in the case here. It's funny how those lines go. They just like push into there. Got more and more and more. That's just sealing up those lines. A lot of times the input shaft, you can just literally just grab it and pull it out of the front of the transmission. It's really easy to change. These, you gotta basically start the back, you know, most transmissions. You can't just pull out the output shaft. We got 3 sealing rings in here that go into that governor support. And these are not the gapless kind. They actually look like a normal piston ring. Pop them off here. And that'd be a tiny piston, wouldn't it, Ralph?
Yeah.
All kinds of different holes here we need to clean out. Oh, come out that way, didn't it? Got all of our new piston rings on there. This goes down through here. We don't want to hurt our rings, so whew, easier than I thought it would be. Oh, wow. Wow.
What is going on?
don't know, but
You just dropped it in the dirt. You're supposed to clean it, not dirty it.
oh wow, it was so difficult.
Clean up our thrust washers here that go inside that. We got 2 different thrust washers here. I'm trying to keep them separated. Thrust washer in here. Put them together. This goes in first. Splines up on this output shaft. That. Put that snapper in there. So don't put pressure on it until you have to. You're trying to get on that very back groove. You see it right there? Until you get it in the groove there. Yeah. Let go. Is it in the groove on the bottom edge too, where your finger was?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Okay. Slide it over that drum. The wedge goes in there, which doesn't seem like enough to do this, does it? Seems like it would just like fly out of there. Yeah, like that. Glue our thrust washer down. Don't want to drop it like a wall, do we? We got it sitting in a 5-gallon bucket now. That right there. Another thrust washer here. And we can drop this whole thing in. Wow. That's pretty much all that runs this thing, like as far as what holds all the power. Just want it to all stay together. That right there, right?
Yeah.
Now our other band here, I think it's called the intermediate band. See, it says C4, C5. They made a C5 transmission, which was this transmission with a lockup feature, which sounds incredible, actually. I dropped it. There's like a little notch for this. I had to rotate that servo pin there a little bit, hand tighten this up. Got our gasket here for our front pump. We are making 100% sure that we have it correct right here. Perfect in every way.
Hopefully.
Now we're gonna go right through here with this to help keep it lined up. I had to clean a lot around this edge. There we go. This is one of my favorite things about the C4. That you can just swap out the bell housing if you want to. We've almost got a transmission again. So this input shaft in this scenario is not one we can put in backwards, see? It won't spline up because this is 24 and 26. But of course, this being a Ford, they made some years that were 24-24, some that were 24-26 like this, and some that were 26-26.
That's crazy.
And a lot of times you can get the input shaft out of like harder steel that'll hold up a lot better. Here's a direct comparison. That's a C6 input shaft that I broke in my car. It looks like it's machined off, but it's not. That's where it snapped.
Well, it's probably rubbed.
This was in my big block turbo Maverick. Second to high gear shift on drag rails on the street, it snapped the input shaft, and I had to get towed home by a Mustang. At least it wasn't a Camaro, right? Oh God, help me! Get that in.
This?
Yeah, here we go. Look at that table now, Marge.
The table looks a lot better.
I know, it's nice. The parts are in there instead of out of it.
Yes,
right?
yes.
See that? How cool is that, huh? I want to clean this filter out. These filters may not always be in there. Somebody may have lost it in the last rebuild, but ours still has it. This is our governor. We've already blown it out and cleaned it up. What's that gear out there for? Who knows?
Hold on.
This gear right here.
Speedometer.
Yep, it's a speedometer. And you can change out the plastic gears that are on the speedometer table for different ones depending on your gear ratio, and adjust your speedometer correctly if you care about how fast the speedometer goes.
Yeah.
Marge never even glances, I'm telling you. As long as she's in the fast lane passing people, she thinks that's the correct speed.
As long as I'm in the driver's seat.
This is our modulator. We're going to pop the old O-ring off of here. Is that the right one? No, thicker than that. It must be this guy. This piston actually fell out on the floor, so I had to look up which direction it goes. It goes like that right there. That's what the modulator pushes on, which I don't even think matters, honestly, for our setup. I think it's held down like this, but we got to put our tail shaft on. We got to put a new seal on this. What do you think, Walt? Can you rip it out of there?
Maybe.
Go for
Just
it.
like pull it.
All out.
Right now?
Yep.
Just like pull it.
Yep.
Golly day. A sucker's like coming out of it. That's not coming out.
You put a dent in it. Oh, gosh.
I can't get it. That's like my whole weight.
All right, let's put it in the box. Well, rip through it. It's shot now, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Here's a little spiral spring that is super stuck. Come on. No wonder Walt couldn't get it out of there.
Yeah, I was struggling.
Wow, that's tough. All right. Hey, whoa. Keep it straight, bro.
Trying to get your fingers.
It's a little high on this side, so.
Ooh, it's going all over the place.
Perfect. It looks like a brand new part in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look inside and they're like immaculate.
Feels good. We're getting there.
Are you less stressed now?
Well, I mean, it hasn't worked yet. I'll be really less stressed when it works.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
Oh, she gonna work.
Go up, go across from it. Hear that? That's a clutch pack going on and off. That's another one, so both of them work. This one, I don't know how to make this one work.
What about the filter?
Yeah, almost forgot.
The filter? Sorry, Marge. This filter. She's been worried about this filter the whole time. Let me just clean that out real quick. Here you go. She's literally reminded me like 17 times about this filter. Are you feeling better now, Marge?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go, Marge. We're putting our little filter back in. It's clean, Marge. You can sleep tonight.
All right. You about forgot it.
I did about forget it. That was the one time. I'm glad you reminded me. And our shifter's got to be... Oh, dropped right in, didn't it? If you look down through here, you can see it's moving this piston behind there. See it? Watch. See that? Mm-hmm. The little kick down valve is working. Is that the right torque spec?
Definitely.
I worry so much less about parts that I can access without pulling the transmission later. Like the valve body or like these servos or the tail shaft, I'm like, if it's wrong, we can pull it out later. But the other stuff really freaks me out, like stuff that's inside there. Another upgrade we're doing, and this is thanks to a fan. We got this in the fan mount, I would say at least a year ago.
Yeah.
And sometimes we see stuff in the comments like asking about why didn't we use this or that came in the fan mail. If you just give us time, guys, we use it, I promise. So this is a little bit deeper than the stock pan, which is good. You have more capacity, so it takes a little bit longer for it to heat up and stuff, so that's good. I just used the cork gasket that came with our gasket set. I think we just got to set the band adjustment and put our converter in there. I like how it looks. I've actually got two other transmissions I need to rebuild. I've got
Oh, God. Don't even tell me
the
that.
Turbo 350 and the K15 and the 727 for the Savoy. Every transmission pan should have a drain, but most of them don't. And then they wonder why people don't service them. Ralphie is going to put like a quart of fluid down this torque converter. This one shouldn't hold much. We're going to adjust the intermediate band now. So you tighten it down snug and you back it off a turn and a quarter. We're basing this on the instructions with our shift kit. That is half a turn, 1 turn, and a quarter. And it recommends putting a little bit of sealer behind the jam nut. So we're gonna hold this still and tighten the jam nut here. Like that right there. Now let's do the back one. 3 turns out on this one. 3. That seems too loose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we can all this up. Make sure it engages the front pump. I think it went in there. I love that it's a small converter, it's not so heavy. Back in the day, guys would get like Chevy Vega converters and put them in like Camaros and stuff to make them stall higher, because a Vega has a small converter.
Yeah.
Because basically, if you have a puny engine, you need a high stall converter because it's torque that makes it stall high.
Yeah.
So the more torque you make, the higher it'll stall. The heavier it is, the higher it will stall. So light car puny engine has a high stall converter from the factory. If you put that same converter in a torquey engine or in a heavy car, it stalls high. Well, there you go, guys. We built a transmission all by ourselves with a book.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Now we just got to throw it in the car. Look at this guy here. Willie's got on the wrong side of the fence and can't figure out how to get back. All right, I'll help you, buddy. I'll help you. Get back over here with your mama. Woo. You're good. Well, the wife and kids have abandoned me to go to the old church social. Something about cobbler and ice cream and water balloons. I'm going to go ahead and swap out the gear. So this has a Ford 8-inch rear end, which is one of my favorite rear axles. It is basically identical to a Ford 9-inch, except for it's 1 inch smaller. So they're very stout rear ends. I got this gear off eBay. It's like 150 bucks. That's a 300 gear. This is a 411 gear. That's going to make a massive difference on acceleration with this thing. We got to pull the hoops and the brakes and the axles. We've already got the drive shaft out, which speeds me up. Yeah, let's get to it. I like these a lot better than the 8.8 rear axles. It's a lot easier to swap a gear. You can take the center section out and put it on the bench. It would be nice to get this thing where we can actually drag race test it and make a real pass on nitrous. I do love my 26 by 8.5 slicks. I think they look great on a smaller car. And what I do is put the drum on there backwards, start a couple lug nuts, use it like that as a hammer. And these are the same spline as a normal 9-inch. They're 28 spline. Marge is probably happy she's missing this. It already stinks like gear oil here. You can see where I've been in this one before. It looks like a kindergartner. Put the RTV on it. This is like the 3rd day already of working on this car, guys. This was gonna be a lot of work for us all in one video. Get in the pan, get in the pan. There you go. Don't look too dirty. I think I'll let it drain there for a minute before I try to manhandle it off there. We got up here on the bench. I can confirm that it was the one we welded the guts up on. You can count the teeth, by the way, and figure out your gear ratio. You count the number of teeth here, divide it by the number of teeth here. So this one might be 30 and 10, you know. This will actually put less stress on the transmission because of the gear ratio, giving it a better torque advantage on the takeoff. It's one of my favorite things to do to a car because it makes a huge difference. I've had cars I went from a 273 gear to a 457. Night and day difference. If you're drag racing, you want a gear ratio that puts your car like at peak horsepower or right at your RPM limit, right at the finish line in high gear. You'll always run your fastest there as long as you've got traction off the line.
Go.
One at a time.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, right on the head.
Well, after a bunch of work, I'm headed to town with a box full of parts because I couldn't get the pinion bearing off the old one without destroying it. So instead of destroying it, I'm just gonna go get a new bearing. And I'm gonna see if I can get a pinion still and stuff. I'm just taking everything with me, make sure I get the right thing. I picked up Pecos here from the church social and a piece of cobbler and ice cream. Oh, we gotta run for it. It wasn't raining until you got here.
Yeah.
Came back home. Willie's back out. He's an escape artist. It'd be funny if he walked into the shop.
Grass is greener on the other side.
Oh, you scared him with that blowing noise.
You're okay, buddy.
So this is our stock 300 gear pinion.
It looks littler.
Well, it is.
This one's littler than that one.
I was gonna put a new pinion seal in it. Nobody had it, so it's gonna get the old one back in there.
So we're gonna take this old radiator and mounts off and mount up a bigger and better radiator. These are like terrible mounts. They're all wiggly and just cut tube, so.
Cobbled up.
Yeah, it did serve its purpose. That was doing nothing. That is uninstalled. Woohoo!
There you go.
Look at those welds. Huh. Huh. That may be the worst welds I've ever seen.
Guys, I've always just winged it when putting these together. Like I just put it all together with the impact. I reuse the same crush sleeve. Just hope for the best.
Now all our mounts are off.
I don't know if it's possible to leave the hood
Oh, no.
and do this or not. So we got a massive radiator. How low is that, Ralph? Look down low. Is that hanging down lower than the suspension and oil pan?
It's like even with the oil pan.
Yeah, so maybe if we get it as close as possible like that. I really want to leave the hood, especially if it rains. Not to mention that big mailbox scoop. Looks awesome.
Exactly.
We need room for the fan. I didn't think about that. Or right there is about even with the cross member underneath the bottom. So if we can do that and lean it out like this, we have room for a fan. So that's what we want to build towards right there. It's going to be our new grill, obviously, and we want it centered and level. Because last time Chad Reynolds freaked out that it wasn't level and centered. We don't want to do that to him again.
No.
Hey, our lower radiator hose is going to work. We don't have to change it.
That's cool.
Upper radiator hose, different story. So we're going to have to get it real interesting with the upper hose. We basically need to come off of the frame rails here. We'll just have to cut some of this ugliness off and make it flat. Come out a little bit, straight down, and we're gonna make like a saddle system, kind of like this is. Something that'll hold it.
You're so heavy. What are you doing?
He just wants to be your best friend, that's all he wants.
What you paint, Squeeze?
Just so far.
Okay, looking good.
I've done so many of these, I should probably have a special tool for this, but basically I use 2 punches and a screwdriver. It's so nice because you don't have to have shims. You just screw these in and you put a certain amount of pressure on it. I don't know what that is. I've always just snugged them up. Anytime you got a bearing though, you're better off for it to be a little loose and a little tight. I just kind of eyeball it and get it in the center like this, about equal on the threads, and then see where we're at with backlash. So backlash is hold the pinion still. That's quite a bit of backlash. So the way we take that backlash up is moving the ring gear closer to the pinion. So what we'll do is back this off like a turn or so, which unloads the bearings, and then I'll tighten this one a turn or so and put that preload back in the bearing, and that'll move the ring gear that direction, and that will affect our backlash. See that? That's too tight. A full turn was a little too much. We have just the tiniest amount of backlash now. That's where I usually set them at. It's not like a number, it's just a feeling.
Murphy must like the cardboard.
And once you get those set, these little tabs here, hopefully our welds will hold up. They have so far.
He's a good helper, Murph, a good helper.
I think we're gonna use this fan. It's actually a pretty big fan. We should be able to run it in the opposite direction to make it a puller instead of a pusher fan. A puller fan always works better than a pusher. You're gonna get more flow and better cooling because it doesn't block the front of the radiator, you know, as well. Let's make sure it'll work in reverse.
It's going this way.
Okay.
That's the right way.
So we must have had it wired backwards to do what we did. So I'm just gonna run a normal zip tie through here. We don't have the ones like your
supposed to use to mount these. We need to get some, I guess. Oh gosh, Mark, come on. So you just got to get it in the fins.
Yeah.
The core is what holds the fluid. So we put it off to the side and all the way to the top because right here you got like a crank pulley and a water pump pulley.
You know we're doing it right. Cut them ends off.
Look at this ingenuity. I found little pieces of rubber, cut holes in the middle of them, put a metal wash there and a zip tie, and made my own mounts on the bottom. I know, right? Incredible. Our wires are right at the harmonic balance, so that's great. It's a pretty thick fan, actually. This can kind of tell us what our distance needs to be on our mounts here. All right, we're 8 1/4 on each side, so we're even. Pretty sure we're level, right? Yes.
Yeah.
We may have to angle this, you know, this way a little bit like it is.
Yeah, it looks like a big buck too.
Yes. If not, our radiator cap's gonna be on the outside of the hood.
Yeah.
We might be able to just come straight down, Ralph. Ralphie found this. This is my old iCar structural welding class test weld. So I had to weld like this with a MIG welder and they would grade it. So that's what we're planning on using right here. And we're just gonna come straight down off the frame rails to this.
And then weld it.
We'll make this tomorrow.
She what?
She's a good chickie.
Yeah, her loves. Little pet.
Mission impossible tonight. Next day, we've got to get this transmission and rear center section in here because I've got to measure for a drive shaft and figure out if we have one here that'll work or not, because if I have to order one, I need to know it. So we're putting our new flex plate in here with all our multiple patterns. I'm putting some Loctite that came with something we bought in this deal. Wall's got our torque wrench. What's the torque spec, Wall?
75 to 85.
All right, set it up there. No clicky, huh? There you go. All right, now you go straight across from it. So anytime you got something that spins and rotates, like flex plate bolts, clutch, or torque converter bolts, or as Wall calls them, donut bolts, any of that stuff needs to be Loctited. Because if it spins, it has a possibility of loosening up. Some things that spin are left-hand threads for that reason. Is that it?
Yeah.
Ralphie put our transmission mount on here. Whoa, y'all are putting it on me here. Okay. At least it's a lightweight one.
Yeah.
I was about to put the dipstick in here and I realized we need to change the O-ring. You see the difference? See how flat this is?
Yeah.
That's what happens to the O-rings over time is they're supposed to be like round like this. And it's held its form because it was stuck in there for probably 40 years. Our new round one on there. Whole lot easier to put in now than later. See how much thicker that tail housing is on the back there and everything? It's completely different. This should be a lot easier to fit in there, considering these came factory in Pintos.
Where are you going?
She's just a mad woman. I'm supposed to wait on Dad here. I think it'll fit pretty easy, don't you guys?
Yeah.
I wish it was the same length as the AOD, but I think there's about 3 inches difference. Pretty sure we have our converter fully seated. We'll check here. I don't think Murphy likes the noise of the jack. He thinks it's something in the distance. Couldn't tell you how many of these I changed with just a normal floor jack. You can do it, but it's just not fun. It felt like I was on the dials. Yeah, I think the back of the transmission is gonna come out.
Yeah, it's not really starting. Now it's working.
It's going better.
Yeah.
The way this converter is in there, it just doesn't give you any room to get to it. Yeah, we got a little bit of a converter gap. We're good. That's what I was worried about. If you bolt your bell housing up and your converter's not all the way into your pump, it'll smash the converter through the pump and break everything. We don't want that. I just want to make sure before I tighten this all the way up. Looks like we have like an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch or something there. Is our mount system not bona-fide?
It looks pretty close.
Yeah, but it's not right. That stinks.
That's unfortunate.
The problem is our engine's mounted too far forward. And they probably mounted it too far forward to make the drive shaft work with the AOD that's longer.
Oh.
We're probably a couple inches off here. I wonder if we could take this rubber mount loose. Like that. And maybe make our own mount and keep the cross member. Make a new mount there that's probably solid, like everything I make. We might can do that. I thought that might fit right there. So we can set it down on that. Well, I guess you could make it out of wood, but I don't plan on doing that. I just need it in place so I can measure this. They make some fancy gaskets to go on these, but I've never used them. It would definitely be useful if you're constantly changing rear gears. I've had better luck with RTV sealing up than I have gaskets. Yeah.
Put that in my hair.
No. You're good. It's gonna make a big difference right here. Let's get it up in there. Woo!
Oh, you had it.
I thought I did too. These cast iron ones are chunky. Wait, have it upside down.
I was gonna say, it looks a little off.
So an 8-inch has flat sides like this, and a 9-inch is round all the way around.
Down, yeah.
There you go. Woo! I think we had too much of an upward pinion angle. At 100 miles an hour, with the old gear, we would have only been turning like just over 4,000 RPM. With this one, we'd be at like 6,000 RPM. We may struggle a little bit to get up enough wheel speed for the burnouts, because some of my burnouts I've done were over 200 mile an hour wheel speed. I think we can get to about 120 with this, which in the past, sometimes I popped the casings too soon too.
Yeah.
So maybe this will help. It'll definitely get us going a lot quicker instead of bogging like it's done before. This is the drive shaft that was in it. Push it that way just a little bit. I don't want to break anything. All right. That's a little easier than the AOD. Is that going to fit? We're going to see if there's any hope. I don't think there is.
That's all the way in.
It's still connected here and there without pushing it my way a bunch. Try to take yours down. Get it the length it has to be right for you. Okay?
That right there.
Let's start moving it back towards you and see how much spline. Hey, I'm still engaged in the splines. I think that drive shaft will work. Not what I thought would happen, but it's still engaged. I'm probably what, 2.5 inches out and I'm still, that drive shaft's gonna work. That's the best news I've got all week.
Yay!
It's got such a long yoke on it that right there is gonna work.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is great news. I just gotta make that transmission mount and mount our radiator and hook up the shifter. I went to throw this axle back in. Look, Murphy has rubbed all over it and got his hair all over it. So I gotta clean this stuff before I put it in even. Yeah, you buddy. Apparently Elvis is just sunning it today, guys. What in the world? Can I look around like this with a slide like this?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fun.
you look terrible.
Thanks. It's actually the next day. I worked all yesterday evening and then worked this morning out here. So the rear end's all buttoned up. Got the drive shaft in, got the axles in. Some of the things I thought were gonna be terribly difficult, I found ways around it. The cross member had been slotted like 2.5 inches, right? I was gonna make like a mount, you know, like we talked about, but then I was like, well, I should just try it. So I sat the mount up in there, and if you look from this side, all I did was slot the holes and slid it back about 1/2 inch, and because this was slotted like 2 inches, it bolts right up.
Yeah.
And what I'm most proud of is the factory shifter was cable operated, and the AOD, the shifter linkage swings from the bottom, and this swings from the top, right?
Yeah.
Our cable was going the wrong direction. For that cable to work, it would have had to come all the way up here and back around this way. You can see the cable right here. It's only like 3 feet long, so there was no way for that to work. So I made my own shifter arm. Look up there.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
So I found a piece of just metal strap I had around here and put a bolt through it with a lock nut so it won't back off.
You did the double nut.
Yep, and that thing shifts it now because this, I was like, well, that's going forward if you pull it out of park. And this needs to go forward to come out of park. So I could just go straight to it with a rod. Things are looking up, guys.
Definitely looking up.
I also put some fittings in here. It had metal lines before going to the radiator transcooler, which wasn't that great. So I took those out and put, it's 1/8 inch pipe thread to 3/8 barb. And this is some Earl's Super Stock push lock hose. It's 3/8. So it's good for this type of pressure. You gotta get the right thing. Anyway, I think we've just got to fill everything with fluids and mount our radiator, I believe. So got a lot done.
Yeah, good job.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's funny about that? I don't.
Classic Ralphie sounds.
You ready?
He can't make it through it, can he, without cracking up?
It's not tilted high enough. I think she's full, guys.
Is it already? I think you're just spilling it.
She's good.
There's no way that thing's full. We didn't even put a quart and a half in it yet. Man, false positive there. So guys, always check your rear end. We need to go from the top of this to the bottom of the radiator. How many inches is that?
10.
10?
Sorry, y'all. Video.
There, something like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the transmission fluid in it, and it should hold about 8 quarts.
Something's leaking.
Oh my gosh.
What's leaking?
I think it's
I might try to figure out where it's leaking from.
the rear seal.
What? Why would that leak? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my gosh. That's a big
How many
puddle.
quarts do you put in it? Like 4 quarts?
Yeah.
Didn't expect that. It's a speedometer hole.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
really?
Yeah. I forgot to put the plug in there. I think they had a plug in the LD. Maybe I can swap it out. I didn't. That's the one thing I forgot, I guess.
Well, that's a blessing, isn't it?
Yeah, we lost probably half a quart on the ground. That good Dollar Gentral cat litter. So it never had a speedometer hooked up, I guess. Usually these are pretty universal, so it should work. That should stop that leak. I put the new O-ring on it that came with the kit as well. Is the bolt the same? It's not feeling like it. We may cross thread that one in there. Perfect. All right. Well, you should be able to put the rest of the fluid in now. I was going to go all the way to the outside here, but I think I'm going to step it just right there because this is actually slightly wider than the core of the radiator. So I'm going to level it here, and we're just going to tack it in place for us, okay? I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a seriously good look-away welder. Okay?
I'm good.
Seriously good.
I've got sunburn, okay?
Okay.
I'm so good.
It's bent, bro.
Oh.
We're gonna have to jump that gap right there. Oh, it's on fire. Are we level that way? Never checked that. Not necessarily. Put your feet under where I'm welding here.
I'm good.
What I'd love to eventually do is cut everything off from the suspension forward, because on the Pinto you can do that. There's nothing suspension wise from here forward. That's what's so great about a Mustang 2 front end. I'd like to cut it off from here forward and just tube the whole front end and move the engine back. We'll see if it survives this burnout contest first. We got to come out now. Let's check our distance here real quick. Unfortunately, the mount on this side is like intersecting right with our radiator hose. We may have to move this one farther in. You can see that? It's just right there. Not ideal. What was that? Wait.
Oh my gosh. Again?
What's leaking out?
That's drizzle.
What is it? Wow. That's weird. You know what that is?
What?
The vent.
What?
Did we put too much fluid in it? How much fluid did we get in it?
Probably like 4 quarts.
That doesn't make sense. Only half that jug?
No, there's like less than that.
Some of it got on the ground, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe we got 5 or 6 in it, maybe. We'll just start it up and see. That's weird, though, that comes out of the vent. At least it's not like a broke case or a seal or something.
No. It's real sweet.
He must think he's like a tiny dog or something. I don't know.
I'm just
too
a
old.
baby.
See, that gets that out of our way there.
I think she's full.
Well, hopefully that's just on the walls of the stick or something. Is that fan touching the water pump?
Oh yeah.
Okay, go up a little bit, Walt. Oh,
Right there, it's probably like a half an inch of clearance.
go up just a little bit more. I've got this lower radiator hose hooked up because for whatever reason I'm really attached to using this radiator hose, not having to go buy one. Hey, it's just the once was all I was asking
Well, you
for.
didn't tell me.
It's probably gonna need to be like that. It's probably gonna have to angle slightly like that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use some things to go
Getting
out.
there, yeah, we can get there. That is 22 inches wide at the bottom. And how many inches out is our brace gonna be here?
About a 7.5. 7.
We got that 6-inch wide metal we used on the K15 frame. What if we came out with it and then sat our track on top of it?
Yeah.
Let's try that. That's kind of what I'm thinking right there. What do you think, Walker?
Oh, it's good to me. Oh, it's just like leaking, so I'll put some slime in it. We're gonna see if that fixes it.
That's sitting level. It's about flush with the hood at the top edge here. Why don't you tack that channel in place right there? Got my knee. Let's see if we can find some stuff that will work. It's 1.5 inches, so it should be about the size.
It is.
I think this is our old one actually for here.
This
So,
is, what if you went around?
yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. Look like
through
this.
there? Oh, I was about to say, how are you gonna get there right there?
So if we went like that, that's almost perfect already.
And then, couldn't you put that thing in?
This guy here,
Yeah.
I think this is a smaller hose. Why don't you get my chomper and we'll chomp this and see.
Uh-uh.
That would be nice if we could just do that. You need the highest point in the cooling system where you fill it from. Because if your radiator cap's lower than your water passes in your block, you're gonna have air in the system always. So that and that are like the same size. We don't have one that goes down to it.
I saw one that kind of grew.
There's only one way to find out what's in a bucket. Just dump it. Mom loves this part. Well, that guy, but that's the same on both sides. Ralphie found this reducer, which I think we used on other Fairmont. So we could do that. We just put a short piece of 1.5 inches in there, right?
Yeah.
Not the prettiest thing, but it should work.
This thing ain't too pretty though.
That's accurate. Hey, we might could do that and then reduce it out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Picking up what I'm putting down here. Oh, that's nice. That is nice right there.
How many connection points? 1, 2,
Let's
3,
not count them. Let's just
4,
not
5,
count
6.
Maybe that's our fuse, you know. That's what gives out, and we know when to stop, you know.
Yeah, before our engine goes out.
This engine's been good to us. So the hose really needs to be slightly shorter than it.
Yeah.
Here's an overview. We got that channel there, sits on that Hefty Boy metal plate. To these Hefty Boy braces are 2x2 by 8, I think. Reusing that radiator hose. And then this Mona Lisa here we made. So it's so nice. If we get it right, we should be about that far off it. We're gonna have to do some sort of top brace. We might could just go from here, guys.
Just that side?
I mean, there's not much
It'd
here.
be fine.
This motor moves like crazy, so.
Let me just tell you, I wouldn't put this much effort into it. I would have just like slapped it all together.
No doubt.
Or like zip ties too.
That one.
We also got to put a transmission cooler on here. So something like that. I could do that right there and weld that to the upper tie bar. Come straight off that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to make some sort of top mount here. I'm going to make it very similar to the way the bottom one is. So that actually is just the right width there. We need to be about 6 1/4 inches with our brace across through there. We're gonna put a big bolt through here, crank her down. This is really heavy walled. Hopefully that'll hold it in place. This is some of our best work. Look at that.
Engineering.
Adjustable. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's perfect. We just don't need this metal to rub into that, so I'll probably trim that back a little bit. That's not going anywhere. This is so much better than what they had, even though it's hideous in every way. More solid. I was always worried that the radiator was going to fall off and I was going to drive over it.
Is this not like a safety hazard?
It looks so much worse with the radiator out of there. I was really hyped about how well it turned out. But if you ever take the front end off, it looks awful. It's so beefy though, like it's really strong.
Some of your best work right here.
It is, really. If you compare it to the old Honda Accord tailpipe they used, it's a lot better. Alright, I'm going to weld her in solid just because of how good it looks.
You're so tall. Look at this cat.
I'm gonna swap these out for those street cases because America. I think I think it has to be a certain way.
Oh, that's one.
Let's try that. The struggle is.
It should not be this hard, really. There you go. There you go.
My wheel was torn apart.
Oh my gosh. That's scary.
NASCAR. You're picking those up. Pretty good.
Lost the crock.
Hold up, get the thing
Get it. Oh. Hold on. Go. Gotta get on. Gotta get on.
She does amazingly well at putting those on.
Yeah, it's called NASCAR.
This thing's mounted good. This should make a huge difference in transmission cooling, especially. Probably more so than this radiator. I feel so accomplished right now. If this transmission works, I'll be really happy.
I'll be ecstatic if it works. Squeeze, that's beautiful. I'm ready to go.
Hook back up all of our wires here. So we had to unhook to do this. Look what this guy brought me. That's the fuzziest navel I've ever seen.
Got some Murph hair and everything on it.
Murph hair is literally any and everywhere here.
It's so crazy.
I've got fiberglass all over my arm.
Say again?
From what?
What do you have over here?
Fiberglass?
Fiberglass?
Yeah, it's like, it's rough.
Cut this transmission line here. The other one was exactly the right length. I didn't have to cut it. It was just leftovers from some other project. Both of these lines were. I'm just using a barb fitting here with a really good hose clamp. The best thing you can do is use AN lines. You know, wasn't in the budget. See if that shifter works. Butter, huh?
Better.
That's my favorite part, I
Well,
think.
it's like direct. This is nice steering wheel.
I know, I really like the steering wheel in it. I need to put a steering wheel about that size in the Falcon, although I do like the factory one. We're gonna push it off the lift and fill it up with water out there because our water hose leaks so bad. We would literally fill the whole shop, probably. Let's push it off here. Hopefully our radiator doesn't sit down so low it's gonna drag coming off here. It looks seriously low, even though there's lower parts to the car. Watch out, Murph. You got brake?
Murph.
Slowly. Ooh, it touched it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
All right, let's go out here. This thing is covered with oil where it lost before in the last burnout competition. Put it in park, see if park works. Yep. That radiator is sitting so low. Wow. That may be slightly lower than the cross number, actually.
Oh! It looks higher up on the car.
It did look much higher up.
Are you going to put it in here?
I'm going to probably put the radiator first so it'll be quicker. And then we'll put it in the top one. We need to put sorry about that, bro. We need to put a overflow on it, really. I would have painted this front stuff, guys, but we all know one day it's just going to cut back off. We're putting straight water in it because if you're going to race or do burnout competitions, they don't want you to have antifreeze in them. Even after we fill this up, it won't be completely full in the engine. We'll cap this guy off. This is a higher pressure cap than that one is. It's still probably going to take a lot right here. This thing actually runs like a top still.
Surprisingly.
I know, it's been through so much. Let's see if our transmission works. That helps. It's a big moment. Got it running. Yay! And it died. What's up with that?
It may have flooded.
The temperature and check the transmission fluid level. No issue so far. Our shifter's not adjusted right though. Okay. It's only going back to second, not first. Showing it's low. Joes are a little over full now. We'll start there.
60 pounds of oil pressure. The temperature hasn't even come off the peg at 130. Where it went into drive was second on the thing. Probably our height is a little off. Because one of the things that can kill a transmission is if your shifter's not adjusted right and you get in between a gear, you can hurt it. Transmission works.
That's awesome. Such a good feeling.
It felt really peppy in second gear, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't believe this. Like, the data seems so solid on this shifter linkage working that I had homemade here. It seems so solid. I actually do. I can hold it there. The distance from the pivot point is vital. When you buy a shifter, they have different linkages for different transmissions because the distance of throw between park and first is different. And if your distance here from your pivot point on either end is not in the right spots, it'll be like in between gears or it won't get the lowest gear or the top gear. Go all the way to first. Okay, now I'm gonna push the transmission all the way to first. Oh yeah, look at that. We're way off. No wonder I didn't get first gear. I'm an inch off. There's two ways I can go. I can shorten the linkage on this, which because of this neutral safety switch and stuff, that would be real hard to do. Drilling that would be impossible. So what I'm probably gonna do is lengthen this. Lengthening this increases the throw. So what I can do is make another piece to come down with this to intersect this, and I'll just have to kind of make sure it'll work on both ends. It's got to be right. If it's that peppy in second, it just lit them off. We've always had trouble with it getting started in burnout. But we get a lot better starting line ratio with that 411 gear. I found this guy. It looks exactly the right size except for the hole. I mean, it'd be nice to have a brand new shifter and all that, but gosh, they're like $400. That looks like it would be almost a perfect length for that. I think I want to try to vice grip it in place and test it there. I really don't want to weld on it. Can you start clicking through the gears back towards park? That is too much throw. So we gotta get it up closer to the pivot point somehow. I got it as close to that as I can. The bolt head's actually touching the end of the old shifter. I slowly try to go towards first.
That's first.
That may work. Let me tack it there. We'll try it.
Drive, neutral, reverse, park.
When it goes to that on the shifter, does it feel like it clicks?
Yeah.
You're in park, okay. Usually I'm doing this with a cable, and I will take the cable loose, eyeball that it's centered up on the holes, and park and all the way down into first. So I'm gonna double check it here, even though it is going into park, so that's a really good sign. That looks like it lines up. Now go all the way to first. I think that's gonna be perfect, guys.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Like that is lining up, and it should be a lot more spicy on the hit. Maybe that'll fix it. Woo. All right. Let's do a burnout. First, second, third, everything was fine. Not leaking. I think we're good. And one to go right to the pole.
Yeah.
I think we're about out of fuel. We still have yet to come off the cold thing. So I think our radiator is working real good. No bog into high gear, and that's where the rear brakes hooked up. Guys, we built a transmission that worked.
Yeah.
That's a miracle in itself.
Let's step back from this radiator. What about that? It does have 17 clamps on it. I couldn't have done it without you. Whoa! Well, you don't even want to do high five? Come on, look at your shirt. You got paint all over you.
Our hands are clean though.
I've got to get fuel for it. We run on race gas. It doesn't have to have race gas unless it's on nitrous. We use the race gas for safety on nitrous.
We need to clean it up a little bit.
Yes, we've also got to clean it up because I can't even see out the front end. And I want to drive it down the road just to see how it feels like a pull on it, you know, with that 411 gear and actually having first. I don't have anything. He thinks it's the end of the video.
He thinks it's the end of the video.
We're getting close, but it's not there yet. I'll get all that stuff and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
She wants.
Get her, get her. Oh, get her. Oh, he's got moves.
Ralphie got her cleaned up for me. It's shining nice now. And me and Marge went and got this. This is $50 worth of fuel right here, if you can believe it.
Crazy.
Wow.
It's 110 octane race gas. This is our tiny 5-gallon fuel cell that's empty. I could have put 93 in it just to drive it down the road, but I didn't want to have to flush it out later. Time to take her down the road. I would love to drive the kids with me. They would like that, I think, but there's no seats or seat belts, so we're gonna have to work on that. Maybe we can put a passenger seat in at least. It really needs a driver's seat. Look at this. Yeah, it's a mess. I was also able to fix those messed up starter bolts by replacing the bell housing. I bet this thing doesn't even get up to 10 from the road. Can't really see behind me. Oh, I forgot, I can't go to D, I gotta go to 1. I'm so proud of this transmission. Oh, we're picking up rock. Pappy. There we go. I don't think I've ever drove this car on the road. First, second, oh, you can tell it's got a stall. Okay, we got problems.
Why'd it do that?
There's something up with the transmission here. Binding up.
I don't think he did that. No. He wouldn't have done that on purpose.
Where'd he go?
No, he kept going.
What?
What's going on? I don't know what it did there. It's binding up. It's doing it again. It stops it when I go to second. I don't see any fluid behind me. Just a beautiful Lincoln Mark 7. Doing okay in second.
You should have just pulled in Max. Oh, he ain't got gears or something.
Oh, it's binding up. Doing it. I don't know what the... I messed something up, haven't I? Seems to not do it when I'm on the throttle. I wonder if it has something to do with that piston. Third. Okay, I'm just rolling now. In third, I don't hear anything weird. I'm staying on the throttle. I don't know why that would make a difference. Oh, that's our casings rubbing. We're not even off the peg yet on the temperature. Something bound up in the transmission so hard that it locked the backs up. That is weird. I don't want to burn up too much $10 a gallon fuel. Is it going to bind up in this curve? Wow. It really took off there. Way, way, way peppier with that stall and that gear. Must have got the casing caught. I'm not used to this whole manual valve body thing. It's been a while. My LTD was that way, and actually the Scarlet, but it's been a minute. We still got 60 pounds of oil pressure. Temp is 110, looks like. We probably drove it 5 miles. Let's see if it'll make it home without doing the weird thing again. That'll wake the neighbors up.
It is so much around here. That stall converter gets it up in its correct RPM band. Since it does have a cam in it, the extra gear multiplication from having first gear and having a 4.1 to 1 rear ratio instead of a 3 to 1 is a huge starting line advantage. I almost wonder if it's that piston that was old. Maybe we need to replace that rear servo piston. I'll have to talk to somebody that knows more about transmissions than me, like my dad or somebody. I hear more noises. What's this new noise? Is that my fan rubbing my crank? I bet it is. Temperature still hasn't come off the tank.
That is so loud.
I
They heard that all the way in there.
I bet our neighbors,
Yeah.
they done got the popo on the way.
They calling on somebody.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn the fan off. I'm thinking we're gonna pull over and see what this is. Doesn't sound good. I don't know. I can't really see good from there. It could be that. It might be something else. Definitely a noise there. Hopefully that's something rubbing a belt, because it sounds awful. It's getting much louder now. Please don't be the transmission making a noise. Let's take a hit. Maybe a bad time to do that. It was making a noise.
Yeah.
What happened at the start? Like where it locked up? Was that you?
No, that wasn't me. I went like first, second, third, and then let off the gas and it locked the backs up. It's not like puking fluid below, is it?
No. You think it's the rear end or the
No,
transmission?
the transmission did some weird binding thing. Let's pull it back down the shop and see what this noise is.
I didn't hear it.
What is that? I ain't never heard one make a noise like that before. Oh. Oh no.
What even is that?
It sounds awful. Maybe I should have just done my test burnout and left it alone, huh? But the transmission's it's pulling and everything. The engine's got good oil pressure. Not there. It sounds like it's in the front, not the back. It's at the front, right?
Things stop pretty quick.
Is it our belt? It almost sounds like the bearings going out or something. Let me loosen that belt and see if the water pump and the alternator sound okay. So yeah, what happened was I took off first, second, third, and I felt a little bit of like a binding situation. Like it felt like something was slowing me down. And then I let off the gas and it locked the rears up and slid.
I was wondering what that was.
And I was like, what in the world? It never did even get up to temperature.
You think they're like breaking in those discs?
No, it should never do this. When we were air checking stuff, I think it's called the intermediate servo, never did do its thing.
Right, we were hoping that was just a fluke.
Well, it had two air patches. I thought, well, maybe because the other one's not plugged, the air's just coming right back out. Odd thing is, it did that the first time, and then the farther I drove, it didn't do it anymore. I don't know what's up, but that noise sounds hideous.
That was awful.
It is so loud.
It's so
Yeah,
loud.
when I punched it going up the hill, it really could.
It was cushion. It was like loud.
Did you see people out in their yards waiting on us?
There was more than one group, yeah.
There was another one.
Yeah. The one guy gave me a thumbs up as I went by.
Yeah, he was super happy that we were driving by. Oh, you had March and nervous wreck, of course.
One thing that we realized after we got this in was we never checked in play. There's a chance that we have too much in play in the transmission and those thrust washers that are used are too worn and we have too much in play. I don't know if that would cause this problem. To me, it feels more like some sort of servo or band thing. I'll tell you what, it's 10 times spicier on motor. Like
Yeah.
That was just a motor hit. You saw when I was going up the hill, it was like way spicy.
Yeah, I was
Like I had to let out because it was still spinning in second.
that tire.
Coming out of that burnout, it died. And maybe what I'm thinking of with it bogging in second was not the brakes. Maybe it was the transmission binding up and I just didn't know it because it obviously killed the engine as soon as I let off the gas.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not the brakes.
Maybe we're not the great transmission builders we thought we were.
We were such good transmission builders yesterday.
Oh, today's a new
Now I'm
story.
questioning
Everything.
taking on this transmission myself, you know. I really want to prove myself with this.
I mean, it did drive, so there's that.
True. I really hope it's like an alternator going out or something. It's spinning free. Sometimes with things like this, you just need to send it and see what was wrong at the end of the burnout. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll do.
Figure it out later.
We'll do what we can. We don't have much time until Ford Fest. We want to send it for the people, don't we?
Exactly.
Talk about a goofball. I should have took him with me.
Yeah.
He doesn't ride in vehicles, guys, though. Had him in a vehicle twice. Both times was an
Catastrophe.
absolute catastrophe. I'm not getting the Baineys out yet. No.
He wants this too.
Oh, that's what I forgot. He loves RC Cola.
Yeah.
It's him, it's
He'll
him.
knock over drinks just to get like a spritz.
Well, guys, just to give you a little behind the scenes insight here, this has been 9 days of work. It's always tough during the school year to film, so we just haven't had a lot of full days to work on, but it's been 9 days of work. Without the test driving and the ending here, it's over 7 hours of footage, so it takes a long time. It'll probably take me most of a week to edit this video, so it's gonna put me behind a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate you. And we'll get it figured out. I'm glad we were able to do this. I've actually got to get another car ready for Ford Fest.
Don't forget to pour one out for your homies.
Exactly. Just not in front of Murphy right
Not
now.
Fred Murphy.
Future videos. We need to get back on the wrecker and get the brakes on it, clean it up, stuff like that, where we can actually haul with it. That would be nice. Man, I keep saying it, but we are still waiting on one part for the Hemi.
What a shame.
It's been a slow go.
It has. And I've called the feller that's got the one part, and every time I talk to him, it's like, yeah, it's going to be today. And I'm like, okay. But it's been like a month. Hopefully you'll see a Hemi getting built soon and going into a Model T. I'm really excited about that. We did buy a new vehicle.
It was actually pretty surprising.
A friend of mine had some stuff for sale, and I went over there not expecting to buy a vehicle,
I forgot about that.
and then ended up buying a vehicle.
Way
So
too many.
I think you guys will like it. Once again, it's something we've never had on the channel before. Nothing you've ever seen on the channel. You can get our merchandise at
ThisLiberty.com.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything over there. Marge needs something to do, guys. Actually, while this video is going on, we're probably going to be selling t-shirts at Ford Fest. So come out to Ford Fest, guys. You still got time. It's going on right now. Get over there. It'll be going on until late tonight. You can check out our second channel,
Liberty 2.
Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Liberty 88.
Thank you to everybody that watches the show. We really appreciate you guys. We would not be able to do this without you guys.
Yep.
And if you'd like to help support the channel, you can become a member. It's $5 a month. It's just a way to help support the channel. You do get some perks though. You get priority status on getting your comment replied to. You get notified if there's a sale on the website before everyone else. And you get daily updates on what we're doing. Like this new vehicle we bought, you would already know what it is. So we appreciate everybody that does that. Also, there's the thanks button down below where you can donate to the channel if you'd like to do that. But we just appreciate everybody that does all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff YouTube wants you to do. Hopefully we do a great burnout tonight, the day this video comes out. Maybe we can bring home the belt again, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
It's been 2 years.
It has.
That's crazy. It doesn't seem like it's been 2 years
It does.
at all. We've done burnouts, just not in competition, you know? Let's go check out the zoo. How about that?
Woo!
Papers is over here talking to Wah. The little white one. It's funny that the one that's the cutest one wants to hang out with us. Oh man, look at all the babies.
He's still super tiny.
Willie and his sister are nursing right now. You gotta share with your piggy sister, okay? There you go.
Little drink. This is Etta. Her brother is James.
No doubt.
She's a sweet girl.
You want wings?
There you go.
That's for Murphy.
The pig is rubbing against my ankle.
I don't think she's gonna chomp, do you?
I'm worried about it. She used to bite me all the time. She was the meanest animal.
There's like
She came around though.
There's like not enough
think.
room for my foot to get in there.
Is that flour or different? No, that's.
That's Oreo.
She ate
She liked it. Oreo?
I think that's the first time she's had one.
Willow Dean's doing good. Spotted babies everywhere, guys. There's Willie, our favorite one. Unfortunately, he's a boy.
Yeah.
So that's usually a problem with keeping animals.
That's tragic.
The sweetest one, and he's the tiniest one, which is a good combo.
That's William Nelson.
William Nelson, okay.
He's so sweet.
He is sweet as can be.
Sit here and let you pet him.
She is wound up today. We got some for you. Calm down. Don't you pour that juice out. What's wrong with you?
Trying to grow a redwood.
There you go.
Here you go, Rocky Jr. Here you go, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Jr.
I smell them from here.
Yeah.
They smell like goats.
Bangs.
There you go, buddy.
He looks great.
George,
You
here.
wanna toss
This is
that
the
in?
closest he's got in a while. Nope.
Nope. You're right.
Isn't that funny that some of them like them, some of them don't? Gotta hydrate. We represent. That's not it, is it?
No.
Oh.
No.
And remember,
Jesus saves. Dollar General over 7 miles. Woo!
she does this every time Wall sits down.
Single.
Get off her hair.
They will eat your hair.
She'd do that all day.
Yeah, she will. Seriously.
If you say this long, comment burnout.
Glitter. We did end up dropping the pan, checking in play. Everything was good there. We replaced the low reverse servo, checked the other servo, adjusted the bands, and threw it back together. We'll see how it goes tonight. Thanks for watching.